All right, I'm joined here by Jackson M3 Chauke, the IBO world champion in the flyweight division. Jackson, what's been happening? Congratulations again on winning your title.
Thank you for having me again, Eden. Thank you. So, since I've won the title, Chen, life has been good. I won't lie, the feeling of being a world champion, it's a nice feeling, But, to stay at the top, you need to work hard, So I've been training, we got something lined up, but it's something that I'm not gonna say right now, but definitely Damien has got something on the pipeline that we're working on.
Let's go back to the night. Casey Kadimi, we did an interview before the fight and pretty much went according to plan for what you predicted. He was a tough guy. He managed to last right at the end there. What do you think going back to England now and you're taking your mind back there? What do you think of the whole performance?
Like I said before in the interview, I trained very hard for that fight, I think the advantage of that particular moment and that particular preparations was that it was December and Damien gave me off. I was not training any clients, I trained at my own time, at my own pace, I had a lot of time on my hands, So I think preparations, they went very well. That's why I performed the way I performed, But all in all, it was a good performance, good experience, I'd love to go back to England again, The atmosphere in the hall, it's a good feeling,
There's a great relief amongst the young flyweights that you became a world champion because then it opened up the SA title. I don't know if you've seen the scramble for the amounts of people that wanted the belt, one being Tebang Ramachole, Frank Sotomela, the current champion is Sabisi. What's your thoughts now on what you left behind?
When I won the IBO, I was also relieved, When I was SA champion, okay, I was being active. I was making a bit of money. Then, I'm also concerned about other boxers. I'm not greedy, I also want other people to achieve. When you look at someone coming from nothing and it turns that into something, it's a good thing to see, Also me, I wish there's... I talked to Ramachole on inbox, wishing him the best. He asked me, hey, when are you going to vacate, things like that, I always wanted to vacate the, SA champion, championship. But looking at now, I just love what they're doing now, At least the flyweight division is going to be more active now, having a new champion now. It will be interesting for me to look back and see. It's already interesting, Like I said before with Frank and them, Now he's got these levels that he needs to fight, That's when we see if it's all talk or he can really say what he is, So let's see what happens. I think they're fighting on the 5th
Yeah, on Sunday.
On Sunday, Let's see what happens then, And it's not only Frank and Ramachole, you get guys like Njabulo also, and then you get guys like that are not active now. Who's that? Kotana, There's a lot of guys that are very good in the flyweight division that you can see. You also get the old man, Ngoshe, So he's tough, He's tough, So let's see what happens in the future. But I wish all of them the best, Being a SA champion is an honor, it's like representing your country. If you're a SA champion, then given a chance to fight overseas, they chose you because you are the best in your country, You must take pride in that.
All right, so good. You're good for boxing South Africa as well, because it looks like they're going to be packaging sort of the whole of boxing South Africa to overseas as well, just to give our boxers a bit of a boost, as per that recent meeting. I want to go over to recent news. I know that you got something loading and you said Damien's working on something, but there was media speculation of yourself and Ricardo Malajika, RBO versus RBO in respective weight divisions. What happened to that fight? Is it still happening?
Sometimes you look at social media. That's why I always tell people, don't believe what you see, Like everyone knows, I went there, announced the fight, it was, I think, on a Friday. Looking forward to the fight, I wanted the fight. I don't know about Malajika and his management and all of that, I'm always keen to fight, I'll fight anyone. Like I always say, I'll fight anywhere, Been offered, this, that, I go there, we do everything that we're supposed to do, selling the fight, So I come back here and then boom, my manager calls me, tells me no, the fight is not happening, For what? I don't know. No, his management says no, they're pulling him out of the fight, what, So things like that, That's why I always tell people, like I'm gonna say it again, don't believe anything you hear on social media. I was very also disappointed, because I was looking forward, I was banking on that fight, So things like that, but what can you say, if it was not meant to be, it was not meant to be, I move on, I still have my belt, but maybe in the future, but I don't see it happening, but I was looking forward to it, I was looking forward to teaching Malajika how to box, So it is what it is, my guy, I'm going to say it again, but I don't believe anything that you hear on social media, But I wish him all the best, whoever comes to fight him, But for me, that fight was like a good fight, it was a challenge. And like I always say, I love challenges, But the way I looked at him his last fight, I already knew what I was gonna do. Like I told him that day, I said, he's limited, He's good. I'm not saying he's not good. He's strong. He works hard. You can see by his physique when he goes to fights that he works hard, He's got a good trainer, Manny Fernandez, very experienced, been in many years in boxing. So that drove me, you understand? That challenged me, So I was 40, when I went to Emperor's Palace, I was already 40% fit, you understand? I was in the gym, So I already knew when I saw him that day, like face to face, because to be honest with you, Malajika is a boring fighter. Everyone knows, I just went there because I had to see him, Every time Malajika fight, I think round 3, when Brendan and Kopman fought, I think by round 3, I think that's when he won the IBO. By round 3, I stood up and left, But like I said, he's a limited boxer. I've got skills, bro. There's no flyweight in the country that I think can match what I have to present. I know what I'm capable of. So I was not worried about him. But that's it. That's in the past. So in the future, I would love to fight internationally. I would like to campaign internationally. So I don't think in Africa or South Africa I still have anything to prove. I'm looking to fight guys like Galal. I'm looking to fight guys like Sonny Edwards. Even though he's moving down. But I was looking forward to fight guys like that. Martinez. So those guys I'm looking to fight. Big names.
Yeah, and the fact that you got the IBO world title now kind of opens up a lot of doors for you. It allows you to fight internationally. Is that? I know you say you're not allowed to release the news yet, but is that where your manager is going towards international fights now?
Yeah, that's where we're going. We must remember at my age, I'm looking to make a bit of a retirement fund. So I don't think the money that I've got in England, no one can match it here, you see. So I think overseas, the more I go there, the more I make money, the more I perform, the more I get good fights that side,
So that pretty much answers my question with regards to what you're planning on doing. And you mentioned a couple of the names. Are they realistic this year to hit any of those? Do you think they're going to choose you as an opponent?
I've been sending messages to Galal, I fought Kadimi. Me and Kadimi are friends. We talk a lot in Instagram, I see him sparring, what you call that, who's that, Galal. He was sparring, who's that one, other one, that fought Muruti. Edward.
Oh, it's Sunny Edwards.
Yeah, Sunny Edward. So I think those guys, obviously they know about him. I just fought him, they spy him. We're in the same division, you know. There's no way that you can be at the top and then you don't know about the guys at the bottom, you know. So I've messaged him and say, brah, look, you've been WBC international champion. Before you, it was me, you know. And the reason I lost that belt is because I was stripped. And remember, it was lockdown restriction. It's the belt I won in Russia.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for me getting stripped, he was not going to be international champion, or he had to fight me. So I told him, I said, he's not the real champion. The real champion is me. I never lost that belt, you know. So I even tagged Eddie Hearn and all of them. So I had no response, you know. But I see now he wants to fight Sunny Edward, because I hear him mentioning Sunny Edward after his fight now. So I don't think that will happen. But if it happens, you know, I'll welcome it, you know. I'll welcome it. And another thing, you know, I don't think those guys are too good, you know. It's just that we got a lot of talent here in Africa. There's a lot of guys that can beat guys that are overseas. It's just that we don't have that platform. Them, they're close to the platform and they're close to big promoters. That's why they're getting the opportunity. And you must imagine, all of the world, you're looking at them. You understand? Us, even Boxing 5, there's a lot of talent that we're going to see on that night. But it's not all over the world.
Yeah.
You understand? The difference is the platform, you know. Then we see those guys, then we think, wow, they're good. They're not that good, bro.
Look up to them.
Yeah, they're not that good. That's why I think I can beat Sunny Edward, I can beat Galal, you know, I can beat Martinez.
It's just a matter of getting the opportunity and getting
the opportunity, my guy. If an opportunity presents itself, then my guy, you know what they say, when opportunity meets preparations, you know what happens, bro. Me, I'm always prepared to fight, you know. I know what I'm capable of, you know. I don't have to be scared that I'm fighting overseas or anywhere I fight, I'm the same guy, you know. What I do in the gym is what I'm going to do in the fight.
All right, well, Jackson, when's the timeline scheduled for? When are we thinking that Jackson Chauke will be back in the ring?
Timeline, I'm not sure, you know. I'll have to wait for, because Damien is not here at the moment, you know. But we've been talking, I have to wait a little bit. But I can maybe say July or after July, somewhere there. But I'll definitely fight, you know. I'll definitely defend the IPO. So from there, then we'll see what happens. But I definitely promise my friends, you know, my supporters, my family, that I'm definitely gonna fight, you know. And this is not a time where I'm thinking about retirement. It feels like my career just began, you know. It's a fresh me, you know.
Fresh you. And well, Jackson, thank you for updating us on what's to come. We look forward to obviously a couple of the comments and seeing what comes of it and your next steps. But lastly, you just want to send any thank yous, any shout outs to anybody?
No, I'd like to send a shout out to every client that I train here, you know, especially my new sponsor, Igecha Wi-Fi network that is come on board now. Not forgetting Gaby's Earth and Foods, you know, Tiba Grill, you know, the restaurant. Those guys, they push me, you know, they help me a lot, you know. They do beyond, you know. And not forgetting all the guys in the gym that I train with, you know, the sparring partners, you know. It's been good. And not forgetting my manager and my assistant.
All right. Thank you very much.
Sharp. Thank you.